Hello and welcome to the Fifth Sparrow No More. I am Kristen and I'm so glad that you're here, that you've clicked on the video, and that you're going to spend this time crafting with me. So the first project that we're going to do is this this beer crate. I don't drink, and this is not my thing. So we are going to redo this into a cute little carrier. So what we're going to do is take off this. We're going to sand down the words a little bit. We are going to add a spindle for the handle, and then paint it up, and then that should be done. So I just marked the where I needed to cut the spindle down to put that down in there. Perfect. All right, I have a very fine grit sandpaper on my sander that has also been used, so it shouldn't affect this really thin wood very much. Just take off the words. See if that's smooth to the touch. These holes were raised, so now they are they're flush. So alrighty, those are not raised anymore. Yeah, I think that I'm going to need to put a coat of shellac on this just to seal that in before I paint, because this black ink is horrible. Alrighty, so I've put 2 coats on my box and my spindle, and what we're going to do now is put some transfers on here, and then we're going to use a black wax to kind of make it distressed a little bit. And what I'm going to do is use the Iron Orchid Designs Candy Cane Cottage. I know, Christmas transfer, right? But I'm going to use parts of this hot cocoa sign. We're going to use the old fashioned and the served here, and put those on this side of this box. Like I always say, don't be afraid to cut your transfers apart to make them work for your project. Because, you know, we just used Christmas and fall transfers for Easter bunnies, and so you have to make the transfers work for you. Therefore, you can get more use out of them and make more products with them, or projects, I mean. So I'm going to cut out this old fashioned and the 2 lines that are around it. And then I want this served here, so I'm going to start here and cut it down. Okay, all right. So we have our served here, we have our old fashioned, and I like to put it like that. All right, we're going to use the ruler, and there's these guidelines that are straight on our project, or on our transfer. So I'm going to line up the ruler with the bottom of my box. We're actually going to move it up a line. And then use that to make sure the old fashioned is straight. So I'm going to peel back the backing and put that down on my project. And once you put it down, it's pretty much stuck. So, but keep your finger on it because it could move. We're just going to smooth that out and use our transfer stick to put that on our project. Now, once we rub it on, we're going to slowly peel that back and see that if it's stuck down. If not, just lay it right back down and rub that on. So that is on there, and then let's put our served here. So we've got our transfers on there, and we are going to use a dark wax to age it up a little bit, put our handle on, and decorate the bottles that go inside of there. Alright, I have my Best Dang wax in black, and we're going to put that on our project and use a shop towel to wipe it back. Wipe it back. The sake of it's going to have 6 bottles in it, and I don't want it to come apart, I'm going to use the tight bond, and then also put 2 screws in the side of it, so it will be doubly safe and secure. Right. Alright, so I'm going to line it up with the hole that was already here, and get that side, and then this side, and then wipe up the extra glue that I got over. First thing we're going to do is draw a pilot hole and then put in our screws. it is time to decorate our bottles for our soda crate, beverage crate. So we're going to take these 4 bottles, and I created labels that we are going to put on them. So these are the labels, and they are retro ladies that have some fun sayings on them. And the free printable for this is linked down below. I printed the printable at 80%, so it would create something a little bit smaller. When I thrift, I always pick up drawing paper, watercolor paper, resume paper, anything that's like a nice cream color that's a little bit heavier. I like that to print these printables on. So I'm going to cut out each of these for these bottles. I'm actually not going to use it as a tag. I'm going to cut it off at the top and then round all the corners. So let's get those cut out and Mod Podge or whatever I pick up to adhere these to our bottles. Okay, so our labels are cut out and we're going to put them on our bottles, and since this paper is a little bit thicker, I'm going to go ahead and score it to the side of the bottle so it will wrap around easily, like so. Alrighty, I'm going to use liquid patina to put these on here, and like I said, it's you know, whatever Mod Podge medium is on the top of the pile. I'm just going to put this on my bottle. And around the sides. I'm going to use the wet wipe to wipe off the glass because I don't want any extra Mod Podge seeping out. Our next project is going to be some thread, no, spool, I don't know. These spool of crochet thread, we are going to make a holder for them. So obviously I'm going to have to figure out a new name for them, but right now spool holder, crochet spool holder thingies is what we're going with. So I have these spindles. They came out of something, I don't remember, but we are going to put that in the center of our wood block, and then that goes right on the top like that. So that is going to be this project. We are going to paint our wood circles and our spindles with caviar paint from Dixie Belle, and then we're going to put a white wax on these to kind of make a contrast for those. So let's get to painting and get this project done. Our spool holders are dry and ready to assemble and put some white wax on them. These spindles, whatever they came off of, because I can't remember, have this two-sided screw in it, and I believe that it's going to be exactly the right depth for this. So we're going to mark the middle of our circle and then drill a hole there and put our spindle right down in there. So, alrighty, so it is 4 inches across. We're going to do the 2 right there, and then it should be 4 inches across. Relatively, we'll just, and then this is 2 inches. So that is where we need to drill. Drill a hole in the middle of this X. Drilled our hole. We're going to put a little bit of glue on our screw like that, and then we're just going to tighten that down. Alright, I'm going to use Best Dang Wax in white and wax this chalk paint and wipe it the white wax is not coming off the side of these, so I'm going to use some clear wax as an eraser and see if that comes off. If that doesn't work, then we'll have to live with it. But it looks like it's going to work. Alrighty, so we have finished up our spool holders with the black paint and the white wax, and we're going to take our giant crochet balls, and they are just a little bit too new looking, and I got them for 50 cents at Habitat for Humanity. So what I'm going to do is take off this cutie patootie label, and I guess it's just too white, so we are going to age it. I have a brown ink pad here and this little brush, and I am going to just brush this on and age that up some, just like that. A darker brown ink will work best, because on these brushes, not a lot of it, you can't pick up a lot of the ink at a time, so it works perfectly to age up this thread. So this is one that we've inked, and then this is one that has not been inked yet, so you can see the difference, but it makes it look kind of aged. So all you need is a dark brown ink pad and these little brushes that I'll put the link to down below.